Encrypted. You sent some hex software back once, right?
I did.
Hex.
I did.
So how big was that? Was that
Well, see, this is very interesting. I was trained to do policy, foreign policy type intelligence. This is where I was supposed to operate. Because there were, in the KGB, there were different departments. And my very last briefing back in Moscow, I was introduced to somebody from the technology department. And the guy told me, you know, we're hurting, we need technology, whatever you can get your hands on. And he also said one interesting thing. There's something new there, it's called the internet. Maybe you can find out what we can do with it.
Yeah.
Well, what was the first browser? I forgot.
Mosaic? Yeah.
But there was a search engine, that's not the browser.
Oh, first search engine?
Yeah.
Oh, there was Alta Vista, maybe? Is this a quiz?
But anyway, so I tried, you know, no guidance, I had no clue. Another thing is, the KGB in those days did not have an understanding of the value of data. I told him I was working at MetLife, and I had access to basic information about, probably about 10 million Americans. They knew that. They never asked me for any of that. But this would have been, in isolation, maybe not valuable, but it starts a database, doesn't it? Right? No idea.
So I guess they weren't into compromat at that point.
They didn't know. I mean, technologically, they were far, far behind. And they didn't have an understanding what can be done. They were not cutting edge. The Russians nowadays are a little bit different. But, so yeah, what I was able to find, because it wasn't protected, some source code for, I'm not going to tell people what the software is, and I'm not telling you who made it. I sent it over. I have doubts that this was usable, because it was like, so the equivalent of today's ERP. Yeah. You know, you don't implement ERP and then all of a sudden your company works better.
Right.
Right? You need the organization, the process that goes with it. So I don't know.